There isn't a modern day wellness dictionary out there that doesn't include the term self-care. This video, I'm going to talk about self-care and what I think is an important aspect of it that often doesn't get spoken about. So I used to roll my eyes whenever I heard the term self-care. I used to roll my eyes because I thought it was just another clever marketing ploy to sell me anything from candles to skincare. But what I've also learned is that self-care can be extremely uncomfortable. So let me explain. I think my description of self-care is the actual practice or act of doing something to get your needs met so that you can love yourself as your whole being and show up as her. So understanding what your needs are, physically going out there to get them met so that you can show up as your whole self and love your whole self and your whole being. Because when we do this, we change our experience, we change our reality. When we bring our whole self, when we love our whole self, things really change. We make decisions from our heart. We feel heart, soul connection and alignment, and it feels good. So that to me is the process of self-care, and that is the goal of self-care, to love yourself wholeheartedly so that you can show up as that whole being. So yes, self-care includes indulgent acts that feel good, and for no other reason than that, other than they feel good, they feel pleasure. Yes, we don't have enough of that. We're in a fast-paced society where a good life or a meaningful life is often measured by our productivity and how much we achieve. So to slow down, to do things just for the pure joy of them is 100% self-care. That is getting needs met. Tick. The other part of self-care is the part that makes us feel really uncomfortable. And it doesn't mean that that is not an act of self-care, and it doesn't mean that's not how we learn to love ourselves. So that part of self-care, the uncomfortable part, is the part where we shine lights on the parts of ourselves that we wish we didn't have. So, for example, the guilt or the shame or the loneliness, we need to see that for what it is. We need to listen to it. We need to hold it. We need to ask what it's here to show us so that we can love that part and transform it into grace, into love, and to sort of show up loving our whole self. We love that we're a mess. We love that we're messy. We love that we get angry sometimes, and we love our whole being, and we're present with that. And that hasn't been comfortable for me. So my process in doing that, I'm still on the journey, but for me, that was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable facing my shadows. It's uncomfortable to get up earlier to talk to my coach who's on the other side of the world. I'd rather stay in bed. It's hard leaving the warmth of my bed, particularly when it's so cold outside. It is easier for me to reach for the remote before I reach for a book or before I reach for my journal. It's hard work to separate from particular people, or shifting and understanding the way I spend my time and the relationships that I want to nurture, and perhaps moving away from some old ones. Those things are painful, but it is a practice of self-care. So that is what this video is about. And my message to you, my invitation to you, is to ask you how you perceive self-care and what is your definition of self-care. And has it always been comfortable, or has there been parts of your self-care that has pushed you and put you outside of your comfort zone, and what that has done for you? What has caring for yourself in a way that hasn't always felt good, what has that done for you? So if this video resonates, please drop a comment. I would really love to have a chat with you. Pop into my DMs and let's just have an easy breezy conversation. But always rooting for you. Have a wonderful day.